In chapter 25 of Birthright against enemies with 100 crit, we fight Iago in an extremely large area with way too many enemies that all have 100 crit. The map begins with an army adjacent to a couple of foes, with large groups of cavalry to the left and the right. My generic units were able to make short work of the nearby generals with a hammer, surviving enemy critical hit counterattacks with their high HP and defense. I managed to break through the center, but I find that defending against the flanking cavaliers is quite difficult due to their extreme quantity. I try sending Ryoma to the right to handle them, but I find that the strategy has very low reliability. This is made worse by the fact that extremely large numbers of reinforcements also come from the sides for the first few turns, meaning that standing and fighting is probably not very viable. So instead, just like the last chapter, I decided to try to rush down Iago to complete the defeat boss objective, but Iago is extremely far away, making him very difficult to reach quickly. I do notice, however, that the map has quite a few trap staff users. Enemy and trap staves are usually used to teleport player units into a deadly ambush, but I figure I can probably use this extra movement to my advantage. So, on a subsequent attempt, I defeat the generals and send Ryoma forward. Ryoma is entrapped by an enemy strategist and is attacked by 3 berserkers, and he easily defeats them with the help of weapon triangle advantage. After being entrapped, Ryoma has been moved much closer to the boss, potentially putting Iago into range within the next few turns. Pretty much everyone else in my army gets killed because I wasn't paying attention, but I decided to keep running Ryoma upwards to see what he can do. Iago is surrounded by a very large number of powerful units, making him difficult to access, but Ryoma is able to kill quite a few of his guards. And he even managed to get in range to fight Iago, but he sadly dies due to a low accuracy 99 damage crit. Since I almost managed to defeat the boss, I decided to keep going with this concept. This time, I move everyone up as quickly as I can, avoiding attacks from all the cavalry from the lower left and right. But this time, once Ryoma reaches Iago's guards, he is swarmed and killed, as he was unable to dodge all of their attacks. I continue attempting this strategy, but every time Ryoma just keeps getting killed, as he is unable to dodge the enemies consistently enough to survive. So I go back to the drawing board and I realize that after the first entrap, the central chamber is largely undefended, meaning that I could probably move other characters to assist Ryoma. So on the next attempt, I move Hinoka farther in with an Azura dance to get her near Ryoma after he is entrapped. As I do this, I accidentally get Orochi killed on enemy phase, but it's fine because she probably doesn't have much more use in this playthrough. I have Ryoma bait a few enemies to expose Iago to an attack from 2 range, but he's still too far to reach him in 1 turn. I could try to inch closer, but then Ryoma will just be attacked by all the guards and probably die from being swarmed. This is where Hinoka comes in. As a Falcon Knight, she can use staves, so I move her forward and use Rescue to give Ryoma an extra few tiles of movement, allowing him to move into the gap I just made to attack and defeat Iago, completing the map in only 3 turns.